Good afternoon. My name is Andrea Mardones, and I'm going to present today a short biography of the Chilean painter Roberto Matta. Okay, his full name was Roberto Antonio Sebastián Matta Echaurren. He was born in 1911, November 11, in Santiago of Chile, and he died in 2002, November 23rd, in Italy. He was a Chilean-born artist, and he is world famous because of his unique blending of surrealism with abstract expressionism. We can see here the picture of a blue composition from 1937. I'm going to talk a little bit about his early life. Well, here you can see here in the picture, there's Roberto Matta with his mother. His mother was, her name was Mercedes Echaurren. And he was the son of a Chilean father and a Spanish mother, okay? And he grew up in a strictly Catholic upper middle class home. He received a classical Jesuit education and enjoyed a comfortable childhood during a period of widespread economic hardship in Chile. His mother was very well read and highly cultured, so she fostered Matta's interest in art, literature, and languages. She was very important. She was crucial in his interests. His secondary studies were completed in one of the most famous universities in Chile, which is Catholic University. He completed there a degree in architecture in 1931. And here you can see the picture of a project that he used to graduate from architecture. He devised an ambitious architectural project named League of Religions, or in Spanish, Liga de las Religiones. This project showed here his interest in the biomorphism. You can see here that all this plan has like his design is modeled after female bodies, okay? Which is interesting from here is that he's a masterpiece, like it's very close to modernism, and also the Bauhaus spirit that in those years were very popular. Okay. Then, after graduating, he wanted to leave behind his privileged upbringing. He wanted to go away from his family and all the money they have, I could say so, and also the conservative education that he received. So he joined the merchant marines, and then he settled in Paris, France in 1935. So there he became an apprentice of a modernist architect in Le Corbusier studio. Corbusier, that you can see here, he was a very important architect at that time. He tried to make some projects in Latin America, but he did not succeed, but he was very influential at that time. So working with him was a privilege. So he worked with him with no pay, but it was just a privilege, as I said. And he stayed on to work with Le Corbusier for the next 2 years. Also, Matta had like a very was in touch with the avant-garde, literary avant-garde of those years. So he was very close to Federico García Lorca from Spain, the writer, Pablo Neruda and Gabriela Mistral, both Chilean poets who won the Nobel Prize, and they were particularly influential. It was through Federico García Lorca that he was introduced to surrealist artist Salvador Dalí. So, Matta, Dalí, and Picasso. Dalí, in turn, encouraged the young artist to show some of his drawings to André Breton, another artist very influential in those years. So, and finally, Breton invited Matta officially to join the Surrealist group in 1937. And when Matta saw the work of Dalí, he was so impressed by him. So that made like a change on him and of how channeling his work. Okay, so in 1937, Matta worked with the architects, designing the Spanish Republican Pavilion at the Paris International Exhibition. Here Matta saw Picasso also's seminal work Guernica, who also impressed him a lot, okay? Had a long impact on him and also in development of his own personal style and artistic practice. Then talking about a more mature period, like in the fall of 1939, Matta arrived in New York City. He moved from Europe to the USA. And about that time, he was the youngest and the most outgoing of surrealist immigrants. He influenced the development of the New York school. And he described his own paintings as the subconscious in its burning, wicked state, a conscious daytime substitution of the phenomenon of dreams. You can see here his painting, which is Invasión Nocturna of 1940. So the late period, Matta traveled widely throughout Europe, Latin America, and Africa during the 50s and the 60s. He strongly supported also Salvador Allende's socialist government from Chile. Okay. During those times, he returned to Chile because he felt so comfortable because of the president he was at that time, and because it's his home country. But later there was like a coup d'etat in Chile, so he was considered like a communist, so he was banned from being in his country. So in his last year, Matta split his time between France, England, and Italy, where he operated a studio, a gallery, and a pottery school. He continued to travel, work, and engage with contemporary political concerns until his death in Civitavecchia, Italy in 2002. You can see one of his latest works is Les Fins de DNA from 1996. So, the legacy of Roberto Matta.
Aún no hemos comenzado a grabar, así que
The legacy of Roberto Matta. Matta established himself as one of the central figures in the Surrealist movement. Matta balanced his interest in the human psyche with an active engagement with the eternal world. In the process, he provided early and crucial inspiration from the abstract impressionists. Also, he had 6 children, and all of them were artists, one of them a very important architect. Matta once said that it's necessary for that art. Matta once said it's necessary for everyone because it awakes you in you and checks in your energy that otherwise might transform themselves into violence and could be very dangerous. True art is imagination and further, he believed. You may need the imagination, he added, at the critical moments on your life. And you see here a famous painting also named Wake from 1976. Those are references, and thank you for your attention.